again. It's been a while. It has been, I think, almost a year since I posted a video. 7 months was the last video I posted, which was the What's It Like series, which didn't really get much traction. I didn't really do as many as I hoped to. So it's been 7 months since I made a video, and we're back. So my goal is to get back into this again. Things have been crazy hectic. Right now we are actually in the quarantine, so I have a lot of extra time. But it's something that I kind of got away from that I want to get back to. So to kick it back off, I figured I would do a Q&A, which I posted up a picture and asked for questions from you guys, which it was this picture right here. If you didn't see it, I'm going to try and do these every so often just to kind of keep things light and keep you guys involved in the videos and do stuff that you guys want to see. So if you have a video idea, comment it down below, and maybe you'll see it on the channel, and I will make sure to give you credit whenever if I do actually make that video. So let's jump right into it, and I'm going to pull up some of the questions that I got, and let's see here. So first question is from my name is Jaden. I have a couple from him that we're going to try and answer. Do you like where you live at? And it's also, do you think that you'll be there for a while, or are you planning to move soon? This is kind of a loaded question, something that myself and Beth have been talking about a lot lately. We absolutely love where we live. We live in Halifax, Pennsylvania, for those of you that don't know. Absolutely love it here. Great area. It's nice. It's quiet. And it's definitely a place that I think we are happy we moved whenever we did, which was in November of 2018. So we've been here just over a year. Nothing to complain about. We do have our roots set with both of us working in the area. I also coach at Halifax High School, so it's definitely a place that we are happy that we are in. Do you think that you'll be there for a while, or are you planning to move soon? So I think we plan to be here for at least a couple years, probably another 10 years or so, maybe a little bit less. Ultimately, both of us have kind of decided that we want to move farther south. That's something that we wanted to do from the start. We decided not to, but it is something that kind of we've always stuck with. We would love to live in South Carolina. We absolutely love it there. We go down for vacation pretty much once a year down there, and it's somewhere that we just really want to be. The other one is from 0320.19, and it was in regards to the picture that I posted, which you can see right here again. How big is she going to get, and is there a rehoming fee? So this is in regards to the puppy that I posted in the picture. So for those of you that have seen King, if you haven't, I have a picture posted of him as well. She'll probably be about the same size as him from my understanding, because she is a boxer mix. There is a rehoming fee. What I will do is down in the comments, if you are interested in adopting, they actually have an application process and everything, so check that out. They have all kinds of different dogs. This one is actually being fostered by one of our family friends. So her name is Penelope, and she is currently being fostered and up for adoption. So if you're interested in that, check down below in the comments, or in the description. So the next one, what is your workout routine like, along with eating habits? So this is a little bit more of an in-depth question. So obviously I have different things to work out with here at the house, which is absolutely great, because especially in times like this, whenever we can't leave the house, it allows me to continue to remain active. I've actually been a lot more active. So my current workout routine, I work out roughly 5 to 6 days a week typically, for about an hour and a half, depending on the day and depending on what I'm working. I try to work the specific muscle groups. So I will do like arms, chest, back, and do a push-pull type of workout where I'm doing bench, and I'm also doing rows, and I'm also doing like preacher curls or bar curls, and just working those different areas. And then on the opposite day, I'll do legs, where I'll do extensions, curls, I'll do squats, I'll do calf raises, I'll do some deadlift work. But I try to remain together with those groupings, just to allow the muscle groups to work together, rather than try to separate it out or do a full body workout every day. Now, there are times that I will do a full body workout, where I will try and work more of my different muscle groups together to kind of create that full body sensation of all my muscles working as one. Those are typically my more high intensity days, rather than just my normal weightlifting sessions. And then I will try and throw in a lot of core work towards the end of the day, and finish out with like a 20-minute core workout just to make sure that I have a strong core. And then every now and then, like once a week or twice a week, I'll throw in some cardio as well, where maybe in the middle of my core I will do kind of a back and forth set switch between my core work and then onto the elliptical for some cardio, and bounce back and forth to keep my heart rate up as I'm going. And as far as my eating habits go, so for a little bit we tried out the keto diet. I don't know if it was necessarily for me. I've had no issues as of late losing weight by kind of eating whatever I want to an extent, but more in moderation, because I am not a person that likes a strict diet. Where like the low carb is really tough, because I like white rice, I like to make a sandwich for lunch, like, so it makes those things tough. Whereas the way that I go about it is I just eat lower moderations of things, rather than have cake and a sandwich and rice and overload myself on those different food groups. I try to work a little bit of each food group into each meal, to make sure that I am getting each food group, to make sure that I can kind of keep my nutrients up, if that makes sense. So as far as the diets go, I don't really diet. I do high protein, so I do protein shakes. I do like I have creatine mixed in with my water to help with recovery, and I try to keep those proteins high, just because I feel like whenever I am lifting 5 to 6 days a week, that it helps the recovery process, so that way my arms or legs or core or back don't hurt as bad after those lifts, because I try at least 1 to 2 days a week to do heavy work where my weights are higher, while still trying to maintain a moderate set of reps, where I'm trying to go like 5 to 8 reps typically. My lower weight days I'll try and go 10 to 15 reps, where I'm working more for like the muscle endurance side of things rather than the muscle building, in my opinion. And I'm by no means a physical therapist or a doctor or anything like that, but I've just felt that has allowed me to progress more by working those interval days, where part of my workout week is lighter weight, higher reps. My other half is higher weight, lower reps, just to keep that back and forth, and also so it doesn't get boring, in my opinion. I feel like whenever you do the same thing every day, it becomes very boring. So to keep that broken up makes it a lot more fun, in my opinion, and as you can say, fun with a workout. And that was from Norhehe, by the way. Tori Hollywood. And if you haven't checked out Tori's channel, go check it out. I'll link it down in the description. Knew Tori back whenever he played at Bishop McDevitt. He's a great guy. He's putting out great content. So go check him out. Why did you start YouTube? So for those of you that don't know, I actually started YouTube a couple years ago. I was running Hard Hit Sports. I started out the Susquehanna Township Youth Program, worked in with the high school, worked with Bishop McDevitt High School, went to some different schools and kind of got games whenever there maybe wasn't a game, during playoffs and stuff like that. And whenever I started out, I was filming every single day. I was posting a video every single day. And I enjoyed it. It was great. It kept me busy, and I love sports. Sports have kind of always been my life, so it kind of kept me involved. And then I tried to switch over to kind of a more vlogging channel, and I felt that it was a lot more fun for me, because it wasn't just the same thing every single time. I was always doing something different, or I tried to at least. And but so the whole point of me starting YouTube was because I grew up through high school and everything doing videos and mass media, and it was something that I found that I was good at to an extent whenever I spent a lot more time making videos. Now these videos, I try to keep it very raw, and try to show you guys that you don't need a big camera setup, which I've been there. I've done the nice cameras and had the nice editing softwares, and I'd rather show you guys that you can do it as well. So I try to keep it normal. So this is actually being filmed on my iPad. I don't have any crazy software. I'm using the Apple software. So, but that is my reasoning for getting into YouTube, is just because it was something that I enjoyed. I enjoyed making videos, and I enjoyed putting myself out there. From my name is Jaden again. What made you stop posting YouTube videos for a while? So I kind of answered this at the beginning, but the reason that I stopped was, so owning the house and working and everything, it's a lot. It really is. So I have been really busy. Work has been a lot busier. And trying to kind of keep ourselves busy with the dogs and everything has been a lot busier. So I got away from it just because I didn't necessarily have the time as much. Coming back, I'm trying to do more stuff because I look at YouTube as, whenever I watch YouTube videos, I look for stuff that is either A, educational, where I feel like I'm learning, or I learned a skill, or I learned something that maybe can further my education. But so I look at it for education, or I look at it for something that helps me forget what's going on. Jay Don? We're answering one of your questions.
Oh, okay.
So, for those of you that don't know, come down here, you're too high. This is, my name _ is Jaden. So, this is Jaden. What other questions we have from Jay? How do you run your football team? Now, that'd be a trade secret. I can't give that up. No, I mean, right now, things have kind of been crazy. So, for anybody else that's a coach, so I coach at Halifax High School. I am an assistant football coach. I help out with the quarterbacks as well as, let's go this way, you're like out of the frame. I help out with the quarterbacks, and I'm also assisting with our pass game coordinating. So a lot of what we do is we try to keep it, because I coach at a smaller school, we try to have fun with it to an extent. Jay was around for one of our voluntary practices, so we'll go out and we'll run routes and do the stuff to learn and get better. And I don't like doing generic conditioning. I hate it. I hate cardio. I hate all of that. It's not fun. So my thought process with it is, how can I keep it light and fun where the guys are getting conditioning without feeling like they're getting conditioned? So we actually do basketball. And we do things like that they want to do, rather than me saying, just go run. So that is kind of, because I don't run the football team, that's kind of my side of it. How excited, I'm skipping one. What's your favorite artist / song right now? So this is a tough one for me because I don't have one genre of music. I listen to kind of a cross between a bunch of different stuff depending on what's going on. So if I'm working out, you might catch me listening to something heavier, where it kind of gets me more into the feeling. If I'm kind of driving in the car, I like something with more bass. So one song that is on my playlist, and Jay is going to be like, yay, is PTSD by G Herbo. I think it's a good song. I think it has a nice beat to it, and the bass in it is great. So that's kind of one that I would throw out there. That's one of my favorites right now, I guess. The next one is, how excited are you for the wedding? So I'm excited. I'm ready for it to be here. With everything going on right now, it kind of has our head spinning. To kind of think about if everything is going to be back to normal at that point. But so yeah, Beth is over there giving me a whole look because she's going to stab me if I have the wrong answer. But no, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it to be here at this point, and just looking forward to what's to come. What else do we have? We have a bunch in different places. So I have a ton of questions from my boy Tyrese Smith, _ Tyrese Smith. What made me want to start making videos? We answered this earlier. It was just something that I really enjoyed doing back in school, and once I jumped back into it with football, it just kind of felt natural, and it was something I wanted to keep doing. Favorite type of music? Sort of already answered this. I don't really have a favorite type, but a favorite artist? Lil Uzi's probably my favorite. Jay hates me. No, Lil Uzi, I don't know.
I don't got nothing against Lil Uzi, but he's
I don't know. So here, I'll give a reason behind it, because I'm gonna get all the hate in the comments with this one. So myself and Beth went to a concert 4 years ago, something like that. for Wiz Khalifa and Fall Out Boy, and Lil Uzi was actually an opener at that point and wasn't even like really a big name. He was still just coming out, so that was kind of a cool thing to me to see him then as compared to now, and continuing to see him grow. So shout out to Lil Uzi. If you see this somehow, I was watching you back then. You're doing big things. Keep moving. Favorite type of movies and any favorite movies. So action movies are definitely my favorite. I'm gonna get slayed in the comments for this, but pretty much all of the Fast and Furious movies were great in my opinion. Some of the newer ones were a little
Wait,
bit
you like
more.
Tokyo Drift though?
Tokyo Drift, you have to understand it in its process. There's a process to it. If you understand how the whole system works, Tokyo Drift makes more sense. I'm not a fan of how they did it out of order because Tokyo Drift doesn't fit into the order, which is why most people don't like it. Some of the newer ones are a little bit too cheesy for me, but if they put the Fast and Furious name on it, I'm gonna go watch it. I hate to tell you, I'm gonna do it. Favorite sport to play growing up. So football is and always will be my main sport. Absolutely, always and forever. I played football from the time that I was like 5, 6 years old in the youth programs, and then I played the whole way up through. I took a year off my sophomore year of high school, and then got back into it and played the rest of the way through high school, and then played semi-professionally for 2 years. So football is and always will be my favorite sport. Influences on that sport, if any. So as far as football goes, I don't think I necessarily have. Juju Smith-Schuster is probably my current favorite player, just because he's exciting. I like people that know how to have a good time, and Juju can do it. James Conner's another big one for me. I'm a Steelers fan, so you can slay me in the comments for that if you want. That's all I have to say. Those are my, I think, 2 favorites currently. As far as football goes, basketball, I was always a LeBron James fan. Slay me in the comments once again. I don't care. LeBron is LeBron is LeBron. I will not have the conversation of who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan. I refuse. You're comparing apples to oranges. If you do, sorry, not sorry. Hobbies and interests. Making YouTube videos is fun to me. I enjoy that. I have been kind of binging Call of Duty with Skylar, who's my brother, and Jay, which has kind of been something I got away from. I used to play Call of Duty whenever it was for like PS2 and stuff like that, and I don't even know if I had any. I think I had one PS3 one, but getting back into it again has kind of been fun. It's kind of revived that a little bit for me. What do you value in friendships and relationships? I don't know, being real. That's kind of a loaded, odd question. Like, it's one of those things. I don't know. I feel like people aren't as real nowadays, if that makes sense. Like
they're putting on a facade.
Yes. It's very much like it's a show. People have like a show behind it. Jay likes using big words.
That wasn't
Jay likes
CADE.
Jay likes using educated words, we'll say. But no, I mean, I feel like it's one of those things that people always have. There's always like you have to have something to gain from it, and I feel like it shouldn't be. And I feel like friendships where you have something to gain, so to speak, isn't really worth a friendship worth having. I don't have many friends because people that I'm friends with are more like family to me than friends, so to speak. Like, Jay is technically a family friend, but I would consider him to be more family than friend at this point. It's the same with anything that you've ever seen with me and Bill. Like, I wouldn't even consider Bill to be a friend at this point. He is like another brother. So I feel like those types of friendships and relationships are the ones that'll actually flourish and be something real. Whenever you can be yourself and you don't feel like you have to try and put on a show. What do we have? Name 3 goals you want to achieve in life. Honestly, I really only have one, and it's kind of for people that don't get it, it won't ever make sense, but it's one of those things is I always look at it as how do I want to be remembered. So I want to live my life to be a goal more so of being remembered for who I am, not what I had or how I do things. Just being honest and true to myself and true to others, rather than
leaving an impact on the world.
Yeah, more so leave an impact and have people look at me and say, like, you ultimately lived a good life because you were a real person and a good person. Not for owning the nicest cars and the biggest houses and all that stuff. It's just... So that's kind of my one goal. I don't really have 3, so to speak. Like, I mean, I guess if I have to have 2 other ones, like, I don't know, live long, don't die young. I guess it's not really a goal, but if you could have lunch with one person, alive or dead, who would it be? So this is a hard one because I could answer this in a few different ways. In kind of a deeper way, I wish I could have lunch with my grandfather again. For anyone that knows the story, you know the story. If not, I'm not going to get into it at this point. As far as like if I wanted to have lunch with somebody like not related to me, like I would want to probably have lunch with I don't know, I feel like LeBron James would be a cool one. Like I feel like that would be cool just because I feel like there's a higher level of conversation that could be had in that type of lunch setting. I feel like he's ultimately doing a lot of good things for the community. What is your favorite season and why? Summer, and because I'm a summer child, I don't like the cold, I don't like snow. That's why I want to move south. I would rather be able to swim and have a good time and not have to deal with the cold or the snow or anything like that. So, summer all the way. Any word of advice for anybody out there that is having a hard time or going through something? So this is a big one, and I guess this is where I'm going to... I think 2 more questions that I'm going to finish. Anybody that's going through something or that is kind of going through a rough time or just kind of struggling, just always remember that it always can get better. So you have 24 hours in every single day for a reason. Always look at it as once that 24 hours is over, you have a new start. I've been there, and sometimes things suck. It's just being honest. But if you look at it as every day is 24 hours, and how can I make my next 24 hours better or change where I'm currently at? Realistically, and I know that everybody's seen it on Facebook and Instagram and everything, about how if you give yourself 6 months, you can be in a completely different space and in a completely different way. It's true. Come here, Bubba. Come be in the video. But so just realize that where you're currently at isn't necessarily where you're going to be. If you look at it as that your current place that you're at right now is where you're always going to be, things aren't going to get better. It's a fact. It's not, because you have to have a positive outlook to allow yourself to get away from those bad things. If there's people that are not allowing that, you have to be willing to eliminate them from the situation. And if that means letting them go out of your life, that's what you have to do. So that's kind of the big one there, is allow yourself to better yourself. Let's see here. Why'd you stop making videos for a while? I already answered that, because things got busy. So I will try and do another one of these, hopefully maybe in a couple weeks or in a month or so. But if you have any other questions, drop them down below. If you have any video ideas, drop them down below. I will have Tori Hollywood. I'll have his channel link down below. I will also have the link for if you want to look into adopting a dog. Jay's mom is currently fostering Penelope, that you can see the picture once again right here that I had everybody comment on. And if you're interested, maybe fill out an application. Got anything, Jay? Anything? Anything at all?
Comment down below if you like my curls.
Yeah, we all like Jay's curls. All right, so that is all for today's video with the Q&A. We're going to do another one hopefully here maybe in a month or so. I'm going to let Jay do the outro as a recreation from over a year ago, roughly a year ago.
Hit to like, subscribe, click that little bell to turn on the notifications, and peace out, Cub Scout.
Peace out, Cub Scouts. What we got for us, Jay?
Alright, you gotta make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on them post notifications, and without further ado, peace out, Cub Scout.